Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today, like we do on Saturdays, we're going to have some fun, but I've got a lot of bullish stuff on XRP I'm going to show you. Well, in that vein, what we need to do is do a little dreaming today. So we're looking at, this is from my partners at Gulf of America, XRP.com. Just before I get going, let me show you. You can go to Gulf of America, XRP.com, and you can sign up your name and email address, and you'll receive Gulf of America beachfront real estate and other real estate down there into your email. It's free. You'll get it in your email every Friday, and they send all kinds of properties. And on Saturdays, I go and I pick out a property and show you one. If you're interested in looking at real estate now down there, these guys are located out of Panama City Beach, but they cover all the way over to Pensacola, and they can refer you to other parts in Florida if you're interested. If you're interested now, you can call them at 850-890-8884. And this is the property I was going to tell you about today. Let me show you where it is. So there's Panama City Beach. I'm going to zoom in here. This property, let me get back out. This property is in Seagrove Beach, which is on 30A, very famous area, very nice area. This property is a $26.5 million property in Seagrove Beach. Seaside's right here. This is where they filmed the Truman Show. I grew up going down here. But this one's in Seagrove Beach. Look how nice this is. Now, you have to be some mega XRP whale to be thinking like this, but I'm sure some of you out there are. This is what a 26.5 million will get you in Seagrove Beach. That is the back of your house. You've got garages there. Look at that view. Boy, oh boy. If Phil and Dom Kwok are correct and XRP hits $1,000 in 2030, I'm sure there will be a lot of people that could be looking and having that kind of a view. I hope so. But just look at this place. This place is unbelievable. I don't even know if I owned a place like that, I'd be sitting there going, man, what is going on? Look at that. You've got a pool out back, and you've got a little bar area and a grill area. Wow, what a view. Even if you can't afford something like that, there are things down there that you can afford. And if you go, because I grew up going down there. When I was dating my wife, what you're looking at is one of the most famous restaurants down there called Bud and Alley's. Let me see if I can get you this right here. When I was dating my wife, I actually took her down there to eat. But this is the shopping area down there. It's right there on the beach. This is Seaside. So if you get your $26.5 million property in Seagrove, I'm sure it won't be a big deal for you to scoot on down to Seaside. It's probably just a little bike ride, and go to eat at Bud and Alley's. I highly recommend that. Okay, let's get it going. And that's gulfofamericaxrp.com to sign up for their free email newsletter. Okay, we're looking at right at $3 XRP. Market's kind of flat today, but this video is not flat. Paul Barron had Steve, let me see if I'm butchering it. Steve McCrary, I think it's McCrary. I met him at XRP Las Vegas. He runs Canary funds, and he did an XRP ETF, and he's also doing an American-made ETF that's got XRP in it. Here's what he thinks is going to happen on XRP spot ETFs when they come out.
Yeah, well, that's what was it, like 3.2 billion in the first 3 billion in one day. So the capacity there for an ETF of seeing in excess of 5 billion in a month for XRP, you feel is underreported.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's a very safe bet, in my opinion. I certainly think that. I mean, let's go kind of back in time when we launched Bitcoin futures when I was with another firm. Mm-hmm. The first day there was over $1 billion in inflows, which made it at the time one of the top 10 of all time. Yeah. Second Bitcoin futures ETF to launch was still like number 14 of all time at 100 million. So, and that's just day one. So if you think what Bitcoin futures did, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if XRP outperforms what Bitcoin futures did. It's not going to have the same level as Bitcoin, obviously, right. But if it was $1 billion in one day, I mean, I think XRP does 2 or 3 billion day one.
Interesting. Well, and the performance of futures has been pretty significant for XRP. So if that's any indicator, obviously that could be huge in general.
2 or 3 billion on day one, I'll take it. And then here he's talking about how Wall Street and financial professionals know all about XRP.
And that's something that XRP's been working. I mean, that XRP's attempting to do. And so I think a lot of people look at it that way too. And it's one of the reasons why XRP is so well known among, I would say, financial professionals, Wall Street.
Right.
They see what they're doing, and they see the need, and they see that there will be future demand there. So I do believe that the more that they do on cross-border payments, the more demand it will create, because that's really where the
price
the demand is created, is the leader in financial rails.
So that's kind of a bit of a secret weapon, if you think about XRP in general, in comparison to some other ETF offerings that are going to be out there. Going back to your American-made crypto ETF, what I know XRP is in it, but what percentage of allocation would be XRP in this basket?
Well, we can't really talk too much about that yet because the index isn't published, but yes, if you can imagine
any plan,
any cryptocurrencies that are made in America that are large cap, that's really where we're going to be focused.
Okay, well, we know XRP is going to be in there, so there's going to be a percentage of that. I'm counting on a large double-digit percentage, but that's just it.
Yep, I'm counting on it too. Now this is interesting, folks. It's so blaringly obvious. These guys are not allowed to go there on XRP. They can barely touch it. This is Eric Trump.
How do you feel about Doge? How do you feel about XRP, Ripple? How do you feel about, Ethereum? Where are you with the other three?
Know all of them extremely well. Know Brad very well at XRP, and he's done a great job. Know Ethereum very well. I'm one of the guys who was early on this year saying buy Ethereum as it's crashing, and Ethereum's come ripping back. I mean, I'm a big fan of Bitcoin. I'm a big fan of Ethereum. Bitcoin is digital gold. Ethereum is
these guys are running a game, folks.
Definitely the oil by which all financial systems are going to run on. And they've done tremendously well. And I think, honestly, cryptocurrency, all the altcoins, I think, are going to do well. As Bitcoin rips, those are going to follow.
Remember this? This is when Ray Fuentes walked up to Donald Trump Jr., and he hears XRP, and it's like, oh, okay, see ya.
Mr. Trump Jr., can I get one photo with you, sir? Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge Ripple fan, XRP investor. Just want to say thank you very much for your service here.
Oh, no, I can't talk about that.
You too.
Nobody can talk about it. One of the few times I agree with Jack Mallers, we're likely to see the greatest bull run in the history of bull markets. He's talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about XRP. And then we have, this is Mike Dudas, one of the Bitcoin maxis. I mean, these people, it is going to be a lot of fun watching these grown men weep.
And the thing that I would be confident of, you're going to have the old school, meme coins, Litecoin, Cardano, etc., like Ripple. Who knows what's going to happen with those? But I don't think you're going to have.
Cardano has more functionality than Bitcoin could have on its best day, and he knows this. Same for XRP. Why they intentionally try to hang meme coin around them, because they're scared of them.
Of successful meme coins from like the 2022 era on. So meaning, if chains like Aptos and Sui and Story and others don't actually get usage, I don't think in 5 years they're going to be valued where they are today. They will go down.
Oh, these guys, it's pitiful. This guy's pitiful too. Fun fact, XRP is now $3.02. It was also $3.02 exactly 2,827 days ago on January 6, 2018. Yeah, I'm well aware of it because that was when XRP outperformed Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of them. It passed Bitcoin. It was potentially going to go and pass Bitcoin, and I was there. I watched from that day until today as the entire industry and PR machine, they initiated an XRP blackout from that day. They went after Ripple and XRP in every way they could, including regulatory capture, lawsuits, media articles being planted, the same way Tim Draper said. So I gave him another fun fact. XRP was held up through regulatory capture in an SEC lawsuit for 5 years. Bitcoin has had a regulatory monopoly for the entire existence of crypto because they pretended not to know who Satoshi was, even though there's a video of Homeland Security agents saying they met with the 4 Satoshis. That monopoly is about to come to an end with legislation. The regulatory level playing field that Bitcoin maxis have dreaded cometh. Lock in. That is the fact, Jack, and none of them can get around it. It's also fun watching some of these Bitcoiners grow up.
So the entire crypto market is pumping right now. Bitcoin is about to break all-time highs, and not just Bitcoin, but XRP. So because October is always very bullish, I actually took a long about 20 minutes ago on XRP. So I'm going to flip my camera and show you. And
it's like watching your child graduate from high school. Check this out. I don't hear Bitcoin while he's talking. I hear XRP and gold. This is Ray Dalio, the billionaire that started Bridgewater.
So I think all currencies are going to have the problem of being an effective storehold of wealth. And that's why I think gold is a storehold of wealth. And then there's the question of what role does Bitcoin or other digital currencies play? But in any case, we're going to see non-fiat currencies we are seeing non-fiat currencies become more important as the storehold of wealth money. And what I mean by money is it can go from one country to another in a non-political way, During such periods of conflict and these types of problems, even the closest allies don't trust the debt. They don't want to give credit to the other. And so that's why gold plays such an important role.
Okay, I got a lot more. We'll go into the group. It's DAIXRP.com, the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, hit subscribe. We do the full video and the extended video, no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.